Let's continue our interview series now with the New Jersey Film Festival. Of course, it is the 2018 Fall 2018 Festival that is happening now. njfilmfest.com if you want to check out the schedule. The feature film that will be shown tomorrow night is a movie called You Go to My Head. And I'm joined right now on the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline by the director of the film. We have Dimitri Declercq, who is with us here on WCTC. Dimitri, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Good morning, Bert. It's great to be on the show. Thank you very much for having me on.
Or should I say bonjour, ça va?
Oui, ça va très bien. Merci.
It's about the extent of the French I know, but that means, are you doing okay today? And he said yes. All right, cool. This movie, wow, this looks like it has a lot of drama to this. This seems like it has a bunch of twists and turns. Talk about the movie You Go to My Head. I read the synopsis of the movie. I just love where this movie goes, but talk about what it's about.
Well, the movie basically, the setup of the film is you have a reclusive architect named Jake, who finds in the desert a woman unconscious. He takes her to a doctor who tells Jake that she's lost her memory. And when she wakes up, Jake tells her that he's her husband and takes her to this very amazing contemporary house that he has in the middle of the desert. That's the setup of the film.
So, think about a guy who's living in the middle of nowhere, Dimitri, and all of a sudden you stumble upon a gorgeous woman who lost her memory. It's like, this is like my lucky day. Look at this. But now he gets her medical help and then says, I'm your husband, and let's go to our house. I'm going to take care of you. Is he creepy? Is he dangerous? What's the take on him?
Well, the way we played it in the film is that, of course, in the beginning, anything could happen. But Jake is really, he has what is called in French un coup de foudre. I think he's struck by lightning when he sees her. And, of course, when she regains consciousness and arrives in this house, she feels that things are not quite right. But she does, fall in love with Jake. But at the same time, bits and pieces of her memory start to come back. And, Jake is really terrified because in a certain sense he's then living with a time bomb because he wants to tell her, that, all of this is kind of based on a lie.
Yeah.
But he's also afraid that if he tells her that he lied to her, that the love that she now has for him will go. So there's a lot of suspense and tension, and there's a very powerful twist at the end of the film, which very few people see coming. And the ending of the film is quite, I think, is truly unique. It's in many ways, what I would call a dream movie. It's a film, as you watch it, you feel like you're in a daydream. And a little bit like this great David Lynch film, Blue Velvet, which I think is one of the great, what I would call dream movies. And so it's, and the whole film was shot in Morocco, on location in these incredible places. Visually, the film is, I think, very, very powerful.
Oh, it's got to be. And I love the wrinkle that you have in there, Dimitri, where they actually fall in love, where she, goes through all this and actually falls in love with the guy. And I can imagine him okay, driver license, don't need that. Documents, nope, don't need this. You're a brand new person. You don't have any history. Your life started right here, right now. So let's be lovers. And where this goes, this is remarkable.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, but absolutely no. The two characters have a very strong journey in the film, and of course, her name in the film. Well, she actually has two names: her old name and her new name. But the Daphne Kitty character is a very strong, strong character, and it's very interesting to see when the film is shown to audiences how male and female audience react, and of course the reactions are very different, whether it's women or men. But women react very, very strongly to the film in a very, very strong way, and they're very moved and taken by the film. And
I bet they are. I bet they are. Talk about the casting. Talk about the people that are starring in this movie.
Well, the female lead role is played by Delphine Bafour. she's probably, she played in Vincent Gallo's last film a few years ago, which was in Venice and Toronto. She also played in the first film of a very famous Belgian filmmaker, and she's also had, quite an amazing modeling career. And I met Delphine on another shoot before I made this film, and when I met her, I was like, I need to make a film for her. So, one of them, she really was the main source of inspiration for this film, and I've always believed that cinema was invented to immortalize women, so I really made this film to immortalize Delphine.
And it has done that over the years, hasn't it? It has immortalized some women, that's for sure. Wow.
Yeah, I think it does. It does do that, and then the lead male actor. He's a very known actor in Serbia. He's actually Serbian and Canadian, and he's a very known theater and cinema film actor. And he came on board literally like 3 weeks before the shoot. I didn't have the male lead, and it was a miracle that I found him. And he really brought a lot to the film. His name is Svetozar Cvetkovic. He's a really great actor.
Interesting. Is this in French and subtitled, or is it in English?
Well, the movie is mainly spoken in English, so
okay.
I would say 95% is in English, so that's why it's also great that, for an American audience, it's shown here at the New Jersey Film Festival, premiering here, and I'm really honored that, the founder of the festival, Al Nigrin, selected the film, and I can't wait to present it tomorrow in New Jersey. I'll be there. And
awesome.
Exchange afterwards with the audience. But so there's a few scenes in French, but very few which are subtitled in English, of course. But the movie spoken. This movie it's kind of the common language they have between one another, which is English.
Real good. Anywhere online, Facebook, or maybe somewhere people could see a little trailer, or maybe get a little snippet.
Yeah, absolutely. There's an official Facebook film for the film, which is Facebook.com. You go to My Head the Movie / so you go to My Head the Movie, all attached. That's the Facebook, and then there's also a web page for the film, a website. You go to myhead.com.
Very good. So I think that maybe the lesson for the guys is, be careful what you wish for. If you're a loner, you're by yourself, and you're like, boy, why can't there be a woman that has a car crash and loses her memory right here? You know what? Be careful what you wish for, and see this movie and take it away from there. But
great.
Yeah, Dimitri, thank you. Yeah. Go ahead.
It was very important for me to, when we made this film, to come up with an idea which was, which you could say in many ways is definitely not, politically correct, or, it's
great.
It has a lot of edges to it, but the way everything evolves is quite, is quite suspenseful, and it's a roller coaster. It's a drama roller coaster, and so in some ways also a thriller film. So
good.
I really, everyone should come out and look at the film tomorrow night.
Push the boundaries, Dimitri. That's what filmmakers are supposed to do. Push it right to the edge.
Absolutely.
Even if it pushes back, push harder. But congratulations on this film, and it's going to go over very well here in New Jersey tomorrow night. But congrats on it, and thank you so much for the time this morning. Great speaking with you, all right?
Thank you for having me on, Bert.